This is Grimm Grinner on all channels.
Welcome to the waste.
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 Welcome to the wastes.
Welcome to the waste.
Welcome to the waste.
Welcome to the wastes.
Welcome to the waste.
Welcome to the wastes.
This is Blue Jay reporting in on log R-1FT.B. Currently made a camp before crossing the outer edges of the safe zone into the rift. The interference has been more intense than usual, especially for the distance I am from everything. Hopefully that doesn't mess with transmission in any big ways. Thanks to Phoenix for tips on that last log. Was able to get that corporate gear sorted out with sweets. Even got a ration pack of some candied bacon he recently got from a wanderer that was passing through. Was able as well to get some rad-resistant armor plates that were sourced from a former elite, which I'll be fashioning into my own gear when I can get to a workshop. And, I do have a name in mind, thank you for asking. My shiny new ray gun goes by Pilgrim, partially because it's an older model that still runs off Vendamax batteries, but also because it has that feel in my hand of an old Western pistol. And for the record, it's totally a cool thing to name your weapons. Just because you don't, doesn't mean the rest of us are going to stop doing it. Moving on, I did make sure to get some batteries for Pilgrim so that I can give a proper test in the rift. I know that your gearhead buddy, whatever his name was, PJ.G.B. Anyways, I remember they were wanting to get some info about how well the other models of corporate weapons work in high radiation environments. So I figured I'd kill two ferals with one bullet on this run. So I'll make sure to add that to my next report on the other side of this. Last thing on this log before I get a move on. I was able to receive the dead dropped reports from a small waypoint. Let Scrubber know I've contacted Animated Broom and set up a small bit of credit for them as thanks. Digging around in this, and with what I've noticed these past few weeks, I'm really starting to get worried about what this mysterious skull-drawing prowler is up to. Looks like they might just be one person, since the skulls that have been spotted are too consistent to be done by multiple people. Which just makes it more messed up that they seem to be making tracks, and wherever they show up, people go missing or wind up dead. 3 reports of smaller camps losing someone in the dead of night, but finding a small skull drawn on something in their camp. 1 with paint, 2 with a chunk of charcoal from their fires. I have a 4th report that I snagged on my way out of Pirate's Shack. Apparently, a couple weeks prior, around when I would have been at Ausund, a shady wanderer came in, wondering about any camps farther north heading into the rift. A couple leafers started laughing, making fun of him in another language and calling him a tabarnak for being out here this long and not knowing about the outposts that's managed to get up and running and the dozen or so camps of people that seem to be fine living in it. This was apparently not the right response, according to the shopkeeper. A shady figure took that as a reason to lunge at one of the leafers, slashing him and slicing his neck before his buddies could get themselves off the bench to help. By the time anyone actually intervened, the wastelander was gone with no sign of where he managed to sneak away to, which would explain why some of the folks there seemed jittery when I was there. It also explains that skull marker I clocked. Anyways, I'm keeping an eye out for any other marks going forward, and will keep looking into this as best I can. Blue Jay reporting on log R-1FT.B. Over and out.
This is Phoenix reporting back on your log, Blue Jay. Glad you were able to get a decent amount for that corporate gear and that you're making tracks on this run. I'll pass along your message to Scrubber when they do a check-in. I should get a word in a day or two since they did that drop while on a run. Definitely curious about these reports, and your new incident is adding to a very concerning pile that's making me want to call in some extra help from some contacts I have. So please, keep an eye out and report back to me on anything you may see in your travels. Whatever you do, don't engage if you happen to come across our mysterious assailant. Keep tabs, report in, and we'll see about getting a small force to try and get a hold of them and figure this out. Stay safe out there, and hope to hear back soon after you're done in the rift, Blue Jay. I've got word a couple friendly mercs headed to the same camp that you can connect with, should you need any help. Heard word of a small creep squad wandering the area as well. Consider this another log 5 away. Phoenix out.
Welcome to the Waste is a Wasteland podcast brought to you by Edward Grimm Grinner Hutchinson. Feel free to follow me on all social media. Make sure to subscribe so you can hear new episodes as they release. If you like what I do here and want to support the podcast by getting some cool merch, check out my Etsy store. For more information and all the links, check out linktree.com/welcome to the wastes. Thanks for listening.